Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to one of our breakout sessions here at the Young SDG Innovators Summit. My name is Mathilda Weibel. I'm the program manager of the Young SDG Innovators program, or YSIP for short. At this point of the event, we have heard 24 teams pitch their solutions from our current class of innovators. But for this breakout session, I'm excited to welcome 3 innovators who completed the program in the previous round and who have joined us today to present their SDG solution and perhaps more importantly, how these solutions have advanced within their companies since they were presented a year ago. We have 3 innovators joining us. First up, we're going to have Anna Volkova. Then we have Samir Haddad, and last but not least, we have Gabriela Ottoboni. Anna, I would like to start with you. Please join me here on the stage. You participated in the Ukrainian program with the company FILM.UA group. Anna, I'm very pleased to welcome you to the stage. Great to see you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for having me here at this special event. It's my pleasure and an honor to participate in this session. To begin with, I should say that our business is different from the businesses of most companies and participants, I guess. We are representatives of the creative industry. My company, FILM.UA Group, is a creative powerhouse and one of the largest Eastern European media groups operating in global markets and covering the full production cycle: development, production, adaptation, and distribution of audiovisual content through the vertical business structure. In terms of our participation in the program, what can I say? I can say that the most obvious decision at the stage of searching for ideas for a challenge would be to produce content promoting SDG ideas. Why not? We are one of the best companies on the Ukrainian market and know how to do it especially well. And we could produce such content either on our own initiative or on order, making money. But what is important, I think that everybody will agree that the power of the Young SDG Innovators program is that it teaches to focus on non-standard approaches and innovations. And the program gave us the opportunity and tools to analyze the strategy of our company, our place in the industry, and look at it from a different angle. With this knowledge in our minds, we choose another way and identified the potential customer segment experiencing real unmet needs.
Thank you for that introduction and for the kind words you said about the program. I'm very happy that it was a good experience for you. You did touch upon it a little bit, but maybe you could describe a little bit more. What was the challenge that you identified as part of the program?
Yes, of course. As I said before, we found a new segment for us, and this was locations for filming. Maybe you know that shooting in the Eastern Europe is a trend for the last 5 years, I guess. And we understood that unique and diverse Ukrainian location is our strong point and competitive advantage. And these are not only Soviet, urban or industrial areas, but also natural rural recreations, parks, mountains, pink lakes, deserts, and much more. And a large area of the country compared to our neighbors implies a wider choice of locations, climatic zones, and in one jurisdiction, what is really important for the organization of production process, to say nothing of developed infrastructure, good technical base, equipment rental, creative resources, and professional crews at an affordable price, and so on. And at the same time, we realized that we had a gap in systemic promotion of Ukraine as a filming destination. And because there was not single entry point to the market, there was not generalized information about Ukraine as a production partner. So we understood that our company can become the link between foreign productions, which needs diversity of locations at an affordable price, and Ukrainian regions with their unique locations, which needs projects, new jobs, investment, but they either don't see the opportunities or don't have ideas for how to promote themselves. So considering all above, we set the following challenge: how our company can boost economic growth of Ukrainian regions by bringing international productions companies to film in Ukraine. So that was our challenge.
Interesting. More on a social and economic side, which is a little bit different actually. Most of the other the teams they focus more on the environmental side. So that's very interesting. Then what about the solution? Can you tell me a little bit more about what you actually came up with and the impact that it's had on your company?
Yeah, of course. Considering this challenge, our team had to find the solution how to build such a required bridge between Ukrainian regions and international productions. And our solution was to create a website of Ukrainian locations for filming, the first and only platform on the Ukrainian market, which will consolidate all information about locations for filming and meet the request of various representatives of the film industry, both in Ukraine and in the world. And fortunately, we managed to do this. And with the support of the donor, USAID Competitive Economy Program in Ukraine, and together with Ukrainian Motion Picture Association, we developed and created a large-scale national project, Locations.UA. And it's not even worth talking about the relevance of this decision, because such a professional resource was not available in Ukraine. So we did it and launched this website half a year ago. And now we are making just the first steps, but believe that this website become one of the effective tools for bringing international productions to Ukrainians through new jobs, investments. We will make an impact to economic growth of the regions. Moreover, I'm confident that our website has a huge potential to become the basic platform for creation of new collaborative ecosystem, which in turn will contribute to the stability and the development of the industry, as well as increase the export potential and international interest in Ukraine as a partner in film production, because it's really a convenient way to unite all the stakeholders around locations, involving in the process both traditional and non-traditional partners from related industries such as hotels, restaurants, tourism, and so on. And speaking about the impact of the project of a company, here I should say that this website made us, like a drivers of the location management in Ukraine. Because we, since the beginning of working on the website, we have contributed to the creation of the Association of Location Managers in Ukraine. With the support of Ukrainian State Film Agency, we have launched location scouts to expand the list of locations for shooting. Now we are preparing to launch the FEM trips for the international partners. On the international market, we are actively involved in promoting Ukraine in the world and have already presented our website at the most important industrial events in Berlin, Cannes, and London. So there is no doubt for me that the project is a huge contribution to reputation capital of our company.
That's amazing. It sounds like it has such tangible outcomes and value, not just for your company, but also for Ukraine as a country. That's really amazing to hear. So, what were the largest challenges in terms of all these people watching and thinking, how can I start implementing this within my company? Were there any challenges and learnings that you can share with the group when this actually had to be, you graduated from YSIP, then what was the next step in your implementation journey?
Here I should say that our website already fulfills two main functions. It's an entry point to the Ukrainian production market and a source of information about Ukraine and opportunities for cooperation with Ukraine. But what we want at the moment, we would like to make it also a convenient professional tool for the work of location managers. We would like to integrate it into the process of filmmaking. So now we are at the stage of transition of the web resource from the level of the local location base to the level of a professional and effective and convenient tool for the work of all stakeholders. So, of course, we don't forget about the promotion of the project and user acquisition. And the main challenge for us now is looking for partners and financing to cover the cost of these activities. But what is the most important that I would like to say that the meaning of the project is much wider than its functionality, its influence on the development of the film industry, because this project is about the preservation of cultural heritage, about the development of film tourism, and of course, primarily about new job opportunities, attracting investment, developed infrastructure, and economic development and sustained growth of Ukrainian regions. This is the main important things for us.
Thank you so much, Anna, for joining us and telling us more about your solution. It sounds very interesting, very happy to, or looking forward to following your progress as you scale this up, what sounds like on an international level. Thank you so much. I would now like to welcome our next speaker, Samir Haddad from Holdal Group, who participated in the Young SDG Innovators Program in Lebanon. Welcome to the stage, Samir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, or good morning for some. Great to have you here.
Thank you. I'm lucky being here also. It's a great chance and opportunity representing my beloved country, Lebanon, and my company, Holdal Group. Also representing my colleagues who participated in the YSIP challenge here in Lebanon. So it's a great opportunity being with you at this stage. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to have you here on the stage. Maybe you can start putting a few more words on yourself and your company, just to introduce yourself to the audience.
Yes. So I'm the Operation Excellence Manager at Holdal Group, one of the largest distribution companies in Lebanon. So we have retail distribution, we have a local manufacturing also, and we make a complete supply chain cycle from purchasing of raw material to producing them and selling them to end consumers. So we have the whole supply chain cycle and between our hands, and mainly we have a lot of retail stores, and we sell shoes and bags and other consumable goods. And so this is us, a multi-business company with a lot of people.
And a lot of potential to enhance the sustainability performance with a value chain.
Exactly.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about the SDG challenge that you identified as part of the YSIP program.
Well, Mathilda, I don't know if most of you know the situation, but it was a really tough 3 years here, and it has been a true roster in Lebanon. the SDG challenged us all from the beginning of the spark that happened in 2019 with a big revolution against the political regime here in Lebanon. And coming up next was the devaluation of our currency in Lebanon, and piled up with a worldwide pandemic with the COVID-19. And this had a tremendous impact on the Lebanese people and the society, and the worldwide society also. Last but not least, we had the Beirut blast, 4th of August 2020, and it was considered as one of the strongest non-nuclear explosions ever recorded. And that left us devastated and crushed, and it was very hard. And to make things worse, we are currently having shortage in fuel, and our system is our healthcare system is not efficiently working. Same for the healthcare, and we have a lot of daily challenges. So this all impacted our SDG challenge that started with a certain idea and a certain brainstorming vision, and escalated and changed a lot during our year. So, but in the middle of this chaos, the Young SDG Innovator Program was a breakthrough light to us. So in the middle of the chaos and the things happening around, the Young SDG Program was a tunnel of light for us. Either for Holdal or for other SDG groups and companies that participated with us. But after several rounds of brainstorming, of failure and success, trials and errors, and in response of the growing need and more responsible and sustainable products in Lebanon, because before the situation really collapsed, we were able to buy certain things, and after that we were not able to afford to buy these things anymore. So our challenge, we were changed a lot, and we had to accommodate with the market and the income of the people. So this is why we had the idea to develop an integrated omni-channel and to embed circular economy thinking in the production and consumption of hygiene and personal care products. And we try to create new habits through a refilling booth station and create an experience for the consumer who was not able to buy personal care products at a certain price. So we had the idea to create a refilling booth where they can refill the hygiene product or the shampoo or the personal care product and refill it, and they don't have to refill to buy a 1 liter bottle. They can refill 200 liters, 200 milliliters, or 400 milliliters, and they can get their own containers. They don't have to buy the plastic. They don't have to throw the plastic. So it's they can bring their own recyclable plastic, and they can refill their own personal care products in it. So this is mainly a big picture of the challenge that we identified. I know it might sound a little bit not new for the European countries and American countries, because they use this method. But here in Lebanon, it's new for us to have a refilling booth and to buy a certain amount of the personal care product that we use, and not buy a 1 liter and throw half of it, or not use all of it, and throw the bottles. So it was kind of genuine at the end.
Yeah, I would actually disagree with you and say that I don't think that's I think it sounds like a very new idea. Being from the Western European region myself, it's definitely something that needs to be implemented a lot more in the countries that I've come from and lived in. That sounds very interesting though, because I've heard of the concept before, but how was this actually implemented in practice in Lebanon? in your company?
So the idea was to well, we used our SDG 17 communication skills, and we cooperated with other suppliers and with third-party suppliers in order to create a machine that you can put the personal care in it, and the consumer will come and will take the needed quantity that he wish. So it's kind of a shop. We have some capsules. We put some capsules, a shampoo capsule that is covered with a kind of fiber, and you can put the capsule in your hand, and you put the water in it, and it will no plastic. So just put it on your hair, and you will take your shower with it.
And this is
one
a
of the
solution that is now, this is something that is now implemented in some of the retail stores of Holdal Group?
To be honest, let's say the idea is it's done, it's here, and we at Holdal, we have a lab team. We created a lab team. We always gather, and we always brainstorm the idea. But because we have put a lot of efforts into maintaining and defending our day-to-day with the third most brutal humanitarian crisis since 1850, so all the world is impacted. Our business model is still in progress. So to be honest, but we have the business model put inside. So we are going to target the local sourcing of raw materials, because now we are not able to import raw materials because of the inflation of the currency and the USD rate. So we will have to stop reliance on imported materials. This way we can reduce the carbon print indirectly. We are going to boost our local capability in acquiring and building bridges between entrepreneurs and NGOs, factories, and other financial institutions. We also think that our business model will have a positive impact on the agriculture, because when you are going to source your raw material from Lebanon, so you are going to boost your agriculture and the local sourcing of raw material. And most of all, we are going to trigger a big data on this landscape. So we'll have a lot of information gathered around from the suppliers, the raw material, from all this ecosystem. We will have a big data that will help us to enhance this process, and at the same time to help our partners and our suppliers and share this information, because we're not here to take this information for us. We are here to open the ecosystem and give this data to our Lebanese market, of course.
Thank you so much, Samir. It must be very challenging to develop a solution, advance these types of solutions within the context that Lebanon currently finds itself in. I hope that there are brighter days in the future, and that you manage to scale this up, because it really sounds amazing and something that would benefit not just your company, but the country as a whole. Thank you so much.
Of course, but I would like to say that we also need the help of the UN Global Compact to pursue this initiative. And together we have to align on SDG plans. It's not about only Lebanon. We have to align on SDG plans and focus on the 2021 deliverable and capabilities because together we are strong together, and we cannot do that alone. And I touched that during our SDG, because we did not feel alone. We have other companies with us, so we felt strong together, and this is our call to action together from Lebanon to the whole world.
I think that's a very great way to finish your presentation. Unfortunately, I would love to talk for longer, but we do have a third speaker that I need to introduce to the panel that we want to hear from. Thank you so much again, Samir.
Thank you.
I would now like to invite Gabriela Ottoboni, who was part of the Brazilian Young SDG Innovators program where she participated with Sicredi. Gabriela, it's great to have you here. Welcome.
Hi everyone. I'm very happy to be here. I'm Gabriela Ottoboni from Brazil, and I work as a coordinator of Cooperativism at Sicredi União, Paraná, São Paulo. That is one of the largest credit unions here in Brazil. I was part of the first edition of the program with Felipe and Ana Maria, and I'm so proud to represent my cooperative here with you. It was a challenge for me and my coworkers to think and structure a sustainable solution to implement in our company. But the journey was amazing. My colleagues and I worked in very different areas here, and it was very interesting to look at business and sustainability from many points of view, for different points of view. And this is me.
Great. Well, welcome and great to have you here. I'm now interested because you said that your team was represented from a lot of different business functions. Did that aid you when you defined the challenge as part of the program, having a variation of perspectives?
Well, it was a challenge because our team we had three different perspectives. I work with sustainability. My coworkers work with development of business and strategy. And we talk and we look for solutions related on the SDG 7 that is about to ensure access of affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. And the first challenge was that we weren't energy experts. That was the first challenge. Our first idea proposed during the first edition of Young SDGs Innovator Program was a virtual cycle, always thinking about the community in which our brands are involved. The idea was a collaborative system between credit union, our clients, and renewable energy cooperatives. The credit union would be the financing agent of the technology to produce energy. Our customer would start to produce clean energy. The surplus of unused energy would be sold to the credit union through the clean energy cooperative. But here in Brazil, it's not possible to sell energy directly between producers and consumers. So that's why we would need this kind of intermediation. And we were faced with lots of impediments with Brazilian legislation, but we kept looking for possibilities to work better with this kind of finance product because we believe that we can contribute to positive transformation through our business.
So your challenge was also around kind of a collaborative ecosystem, making sure that consumers could sell back the energy to the grid, or having a bit of facilitating a relationship between those two actors. What was your, is that correct? And what was your solution to this identified problem?
Yes, it's correct. Well, with all the studies we had during this process, a very important door was opened. Our business development team, through Ana Maria Gofredo, that was also a participant in the first edition of the SDGs Innovators program with me, proposed a new path after these studies carried out from the program. And that was when the project União Energy emerged, one initiative in favor of sustainability and local development. The project consists of a movement that involves members who resell photovoltaic plates, members interested in buying this equipment, our cooperative, and the more than 4,000 children who participate in the biggest social program of our cooperative. Directly at our brands, interested associates will find photovoltaic plates resellers that are part of our project. The cooperative connects interested members and reseller members from the same region, city, for example. With a fair interest rate through the financing, we bridge the gap between the associate interested in acquiring and the resellers who are partners of the project, União Energy. The plate resellers, in addition to the positive environmental impact of their business, contribute to a social impact by allocating 3% of the sales value to Sicredi's largest social responsibility program, that is called Programa União Faz a Vida. In summary, in addition to contribute to sustainability and reducing expenses, our member help local business encourage the generation of jobs and income in their city, and collaborate with more than 4,000 children and teenagers served by the education program, A União Faz a Vida. So talking about some numbers, we already have 100 million credit granted, more than 200 reseller partners, 18,000 funded projects, and 5,000 reais from our educational program. So you can look for more information on the website of the program too, and we are so happy with all these results.
I think those are some pretty tangible outcomes that you should be very proud of having accomplished, definitely. Unfortunately, we are already out of time. I wish I could stay and talk to all three of you even further. I wish I had a half an hour for each of you. But it's been so great to have you join and to hear and share your solutions from the Young SDG Innovators Program. I also think this is a great accomplishment to actually make sure that these solutions don't just end when the program ends, but it's proof that they're actually still active within the companies that you work for. So thank you so much for sharing your stories. I look very much forward to following your progress in the future. But for now, let's get back to the solution showcasing of this round of innovators. They have some pretty special projects that they have worked on as well. Thank you so much.